So it's that time again. Normally, I would even jump on little vlog vibes when, like, you can see I ain't shaved, not fully prepared for life right now. Got on the bobble hat, handmade by the mumsy. But yeah, so I just said to myself, I want to start sharing my content, man, because it's less about the content, it's more about sharing information, yeah? And so as I've got older, everyone goes through the same problems. It just feels different because your problem's your problem. Like, I'm at a stage now where I realise people value information, yeah? So they'll pay for information, they'll sit there for hours on YouTube looking at books just for information. And sometimes, yeah, just by watching one video, listening to one person, having one conversation can give you a whole new perspective as to what you're doing, how you're approaching life, and how to get to a better stage. So I've realised that I've come a bit, I'm always trying to give lessons, yeah, and talk, and when I find things out, just give me information for the better future. Because yeah, people will pay for that. Like, I remember I paid like £5 for some information on how to sell music, right? And I ain't even made £5 back off music. I've spent more money on recording stuff and working with people and putting people in studio than I have making money off the files, because I know it's not about that. It's about that you're putting money into the economy, you're putting money in the market, you're keeping people in business, you're keeping people creating. And like, for me, my catalogue is growing and I plan on utilising that and leveraging it in the future. And even that, like, some people don't realise and understand that's what it's about. So for me, I'm not in the game of clout. In some cases, yeah, because, you know, you have to advertise things, you have to get your content and your product seen to be purchased. But because I'm not at that stage where, like, I'm pushing the purchases and the sales, because I'm at the creation and registration phase, it does get a bit frustrating thinking I'm spending so much money, what am I getting out of this? Let me show you these views. Hold on, I'm just having a walk. So that, because I just needed some peaceful time, you know what I mean? It's better to walk in quiet places where you can have some thoughts to yourself. And even that, now I said, I feel like I've got a lot of information to share, so it's the best place to come, you know what I mean? Quiet. Obviously not quiet as wildlife and stuff, but it's a lovely place, man. But so that £5 bit of information brought me a lot of value, and I still listen to that person and go to his YouTube today consistently, a lot. So if he gets his CPM, you see how much he's getting paid for from the viewers. I'm one of them, and I do pay YouTube Premium, so he's still getting money, he's still getting views from me, and he's racking up his content, which is giving him funds. So I mean, so that he can keep spreading his message, because it helps the economy spin, you know what I mean? It helps the business. And when you realise that, you're happy to spend the money, because you're not losing, you're gaining information. And that person is gaining over the fence. They're gaining from you, but what they're gaining is power to create more too. So that £5, he might have done that 10 times, 20 times, 30 times when I bought a better camera. And so with that better camera, he's giving me better content, better quality content, better information, so I can make more money in the future. I can improve my lifestyle, my future, who I am, my person. But the key thing is there as well, I had to spend that £5 to get the value, because if I didn't, in the first place, seek the information, search it out on YouTube, Google, or just from people that I see as trusted people in the space, I wouldn't spend the money. Because if someone I didn't know about them, didn't know what they do, then I'm not giving you money to give me information that's not going to do nothing for me. So that's like £5. But how about we flip the script now, yeah? If you're trying to buy a property and then someone's selling a course of £5,000, you might be thinking, no, £5,000 is a crazy amount of money, that I can't afford that. You might be able to afford it on finance or payments, or better yet, speak to the people that you're going to give the money to and ask them, how can I afford this? Because if someone's making you pay £5 for something, it's probably because on the back end, you're going to be making because they'll make money when you give them money if they manage it well. But on the back end, you're supposed to be making, say, 10k, try to double your money, 20k, 30k, 100k. And someone might give you information how to sell houses. So you're £5,000 now, you're selling houses, taking a 15% cut fee, whatever the fee is, I don't know, 10%, but even 1%, let's say 1%, you're selling a £500,000 property. Yeah, so 10%, 50, 1%, 5 grand. So from one transaction, you can make that 5 grand back. You know what I mean? But it takes a lot for you to look at the situation. So then this is where like you have to look at investing in yourself, asking other people to help you out and invest in you. Or sometimes just like take a risk. You know what I mean? Take a risk. Because money is just an exchange of value. If someone's got information in their head and they say, right, I can give you this information for £5. Sometimes the £5 might make you £50, £500, 5 grand. Or change the numbers, it's not £5 anymore, it's 5 grand. In uni, now today, you're pushed to get student loans. So you're paying £9,000 near enough for your courses. I paid that too. So I was in uni for 3 years, 9 times 3. Despicable, yeah? We're talking high 5 figures. 25, 30, 35, after all the interest and everything, if I don't pay it off, you're talking 40, 50k. But see that as the government or companies, none of them are private, these institutions are private. They're bringing in 1,000 people who are going to give them over 30 years, 40 years, 25, 50,000 pounds. Other than say real estate, if your rent was 5 grand a month and you're spending that every month for a year, then it's 50, 60 grand. Or your mortgage, or so and so. But you're going to spend that because your house, you're going to use it forever. Your education is something else, you're going to use it forever. You're not going to see the payout at first. A lot of the time, when you put this money in, or you borrow the money, you ask for the money to start a venture, to start something, to go out and do something with this information that you've now gathered, you have to get more money. So one of the best things you can do when you ask someone, or you buy a course, or you're asking for information, is once they've given it to you, what can you do with it? How can you go out in the field and use it and actually practically make things happen and start to get a return on that investment? Because good business people will not, I'm selling you X because it's going to make me. Why? Because if I sell you something for 5 grand, you're not happy with it, go to the ombudsman, take me to court, that costs me money because I've got to go to court, I've got to get a solicitor, got to go through this process, I've got to deal with letters, that's really stressful as it is, especially in England. You have to deal with all of these complex things that come off the back of it, yeah? Whereas if you just gave somebody the value of the 5 grand, they say, thanks, yo, I just made 10, yeah? Money well spent, end of. You buy a kettle from Asda for £25, or from Kmart, Walgreens, wherever, I don't know, I'm not in America. You buy a kettle or a pot for £25, if you use it the first time and then it melts and there's a hole in it, you go back to the shop, take it back, you get your money back. Because you just dash it away if you're one of them people, but then the money's just gone, yeah? But then you can spend £25 in a pot and it cook you 25,000 meals over a lifetime. And in that pot, that investment has fed you over and 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 over again. But if someone says to you now, spend £25 and this will feed you forever. Some people are like, nah, I don't want that. I'm going to buy 2 packs of cigarettes instead. You smoke the cigarettes, they're gone, then you want more. There's no value there. Unless you're smoking with people in a smoking area or to have big conversations, to do bigger things, all you're doing is dashing your money away. Smoking is a social thing, especially back in the day. Everyone was doing it. So everywhere you go, sit in a pub, sit anywhere, you sit there, smoke and talk. And it is a social thing. But I was on to maths today with a family member because they buy cigarettes, they smoke a lot. They told me they smoke 40 a day. Now, if this was when I was 10, yeah, a pack of 20 cigarettes will cost you a £5. But out, yeah, you smoke 2 packets a day. At the end of the year, it's about 10 grand. Yeah, 10 grand. So someone will spend £10,000 on mashing up their health, not for social reasons, sitting in their house, stressing themselves out about not having something that offers them no value, and all it does at the end of the day is damage your health, Where someone else would say, no, I'm gonna spend 10 grand, 1 year, I'm gonna do a level 4, level 5 course, and it's gonna put me into this job, into this opportunity. It's gonna put me into this field, and once I'm in it, I have the potential to make £100,000, or I can eat for the next 10 years off of that £10,000. What are you doing with your money?